champions! That's it! That's game! Mohawks win! From worst to first! From worst to first! It's over! The Warhawks have done it! And the words not heard since 2014 has happened! The Kahnawake Warhawks are regional champions! The Kahnawake Warhawks have triple slams! Not making a shaking! The gold is ours! Go! And now, in 2025, from Newtown to OCR, from the 207 to River Road, and to the Illinois Highway, the Kahnawake Hunters are Ontario Junior League Wrestling champions! Welcome to the Kahnawake Sports Complex, where tonight's broadcast, the 2026 debut here on Baby Blue Memories of Junior Branded Bordeaux Yugots. And tonight's matchup features the Westmount Wings and the Kahnawake Mohawks. This game brought to you by Goodleaf's Auto. On Route 138, the opening game of this 2026 season. Mohawks having only won one game during the 2025 portion of this campaign. Kahnawake Albany is serving game 2 of a suspension. Dean Martin's serving game 4. Both have 1 game left. 1 game each left after tonight. Max Goodleaf is out, so Cam White will get the call and goal for Kahnawake. At Kahnawake, Norton passes it up, and Riley Tuax dumps it in behind the Westmount net. Carter Snow not able to corral it, and the Wings now gather it and cross center on the backhand. James Stacy blocked the clearing attempt, and the Wings are going to be forced back into their own end. Now it's shot back into Kahnawake territory. Ronan Divo up. Forecheck behind the net. They battle for possession, and it'll be played up to Dehan Yurdukwa Norton, who takes off. Norton across center. Norton moving in. Trying to drop it back. He'll just gun it around the horn. Norton gathers it. He shoots, save made, and the rebound will be gathered up by the Westmount keeper. Yeah, these two teams played back in November. Mohawks jumped out to a 2-0 lead in that game, but the Wings gathered momentum and won that one 3-2. Scoring the last 3 goals of the game. One of the Wings lost their edge at center. Florent Dufar lost his edge. Zoe Azif getting the call in between pipes. The only girl playing in the league, at least the only girl playing in nets in this league, wearing number 81. And she got the win the last time these two teams went at it. And that feed a little too far for Martin Stacy. Icing. As Cooper Stock let it go all the way down, wearing number 86 for the Wings. Westmount with 8 skaters.
very sure-handed group. Elliot Beaudin tries to get it deep. Noah Norton Jr. bumped his man off the puck, and it's played out to center. Pass got a little too far, intended for Dahameo. Well, Cam White made 3 or 4 brilliant saves, but just couldn't find the puck. And the Wings working hard. Fatigue may come into question later. They only got 8 skaters out here tonight. And that hits Radetza Howie Cross and goes out of play. 12-11 to go here in period 1. Face-off won by Westmount. Beaudin behind the net. The defenseman pitching in the play. Sent back in front, blocked. And Kahnawake will come back, led by Daytona Lazar. Feeds one up to Radetza Howie Cross, and again that deflects out of play. And this one into the Westmount bench. Shot in by Westmount. Ronan Nybo gives it a whip off the boards. Held in at the point. Mohawks only with it's like 12 skaters out there tonight. Here's a wrister save, rebound, score! Juicy rebound came to the right place for the Wings. And the Wings go up 2-0. Damien Gravnoir with the finish. So Gravnoir has given Westmount a 2-0 lead, and a penalty coming up to Martin Stacy Jr. for a trip. And Westmount will go to work on the power play. In speaking with head coach Curtis Ibo prior to the game, he told me it has not been the smoothest start to the year for his gang, but they're optimistic that the 2026 portion of the schedule would change up. And right now the Mohawks having to go to work on a penalty kill. Steered aside by White. Back behind the net it goes. One-touch pass comes back to the blue line, held in. Beaudin has some room. He'll fire, glove save by White, and he will not give up the rebound. This penalty kill is brought to you by Goodleaf Auto. Check them out on Route 138, Goodleaf Auto and Recycling. Right about halfway down between here and Playground Poker. On the left-hand side if you're driving towards Chattagee. Wings win the draw, wrist shot not on. Puck behind the net, slapped away, and backhanded up to center, or to the blue line, but not out. Beaudin sauces one over. That ricochets back out to the blue line, but not out. Sent back in around the horn. Too far. Gets it over to Beaudin. Beaudin. And it's picked up by the Wings, pushing it. And a shot from the hash marks was blocked and sent out of the zone. And one of the Wings very slow to get back up. Ronan Kirby. Cooper stock back in, splits the defense. Noah Norton there playing free safety, got rid of it and shoots it out of the zone. Up to Cooper stock. Beaudin over the blue line. Bode crisscrosses, swings it out. And that's kicked aside by Noah Norton Jr. Rowan Kirby gets rid of the puck, and that'll force the Wings back into their own end. Azif stops it. Kirby. Rowan Kirby tries to sneak one in short side, and that pass missed. James Stacey shot tipped in front by Howie Mayo. Nolan did not hit the net. Nolan taking out Beaudin. Puck goes behind the net. And the penalty is over. The Mohawks are 1-for-1 on the Goodleaf auto penalty kill. Comes back to the near side. Gravnoir swings it over. And the Mohawks clear it off the boards and down. That will go far enough for icing. 8:58 remaining in the first. Malcolm Patterson out there. Here's a chance, and the Mohawks fight it off. Kahnawake breaking out, led by Daytona Lazar, trying to split the defense. Nearly got in. Mark Tweed not able to further it along. And the Wings get one over to the near side. It's Beaudin. Bordway up to center into Kahnawake territory. Bordway, a shot, hit the post. Wolf White was unable to pick that one up. It looked like there was some traffic in front of the Kahnawake goal. Comes back to the blue line. Held in. Comes back to the near side. Beaudin lets a shot go. That's blocked. A rebound. Ricocheted back out. And it's one up by Saganigardawi's Daibo. And Markwi will now go back to get it. So that's the Howie cross. Mohawks down 2-0. Don't forget, we'll be live tomorrow when Kahnawake does battle with Verdun. Daytona Lazar had his stick taken out, comes back out, wrist shot, save made, a rebound, loose. And it comes back to the blue line, not out. Held in, back to the blue line it comes. Wrist shot, tipped, kicked out, good stop by White. A rebound. Cross, jams it over. And we got a penalty coming up to the Wings. And Kahnawake will go to work on the game's first power play, at least their first power play. 2-0 lead, Westmount, 7:29 to go, period 1. That penalty to Westmount. Time for a Goodleaf's Auto battery charged power play. Don't forget, trade in your old batteries to get a new one for $69.99. Only at Goodleaf's Auto. Mohawks hoping to get some battery charge into their power play. First power play of the game. We're going to Kahnawake. Right before the break, the Mohawks last game, they lost 4-3 to HRS on the road. Which was interesting considering HRS had won the previous encounter 10-2. Shows you how this level teams know how to play. Martin Stacey Jr. up the center. He gets it to Westmount territory. Stacey behind the net. Now he gets it over to Dehanyarakwa Norton. Norton surveys. Play back to the blue line. Stacey skip hops on him and gets out. 1 minute 5 seconds remaining in the Kahnawake power play. 6:30 to go in period 1. Daibo up to center, it's intercepted. Gravnoir moving in. Gravnoir, and it's poked away by Dehanyarakwa Norton. Gravnoir gonna try to pin it. And tick, tick, tick. Gravnoir slow to get up as Norton. Two Mohawks collide right at center with one another. And that's sent out, and Gravnoir, the last man back, he's going to put the pressure on White, and Cam White gets rid of it. Stacey. Martin Stacey Jr. Lob shot, Azif kicks it out, a rebound out the other side. Backhanded out of the zone and into Kahnawake territory 10 seconds to go in the power play. So it looks like both teams going to be 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Then hit the Howie man Nolan. Surveys. Swings it out in front. That's knocked away by the stick of Azef. Going out in front. Nobody home. And back come the Wings. Skating through center. 1-on-2. Turning. Played back. Shot. That skips wide and it comes back out near side. Sagonigo to Howie Steibo. Gathers speed. Gets a shot away. Azef the save. And let's see. Anything else coming out of this? It looks like cooler heads will prevail. So join us tomorrow night when Kahnawake visits Verdun. It's literally the first arena over the bridge. It'll be at the Dollard St. Laurent Arena in LaSalle. That's where the Senior B LaSalle Brasseurs used to play. Face off coming outside. The Westmount zone, or Westmount goal, sorry. Now sent around the horn. Sagonigo to Howie Steibo, hauled it in. And his backhanded pass was knocked down. Mayo Nolan tied up. And now it's picked up by Daytona Lazar. Shoots Azef the kick save. Comes over to the near side. Patterson. Gravnoir. Lazar. Stolen by Patterson. Sent over. A one-timer blocked. Good stick by Noah Norton Jr. Comes back to the blue line. Held in and a shot steered aside. Back over. Good shot. Save White. A rebound. They score. And it is 3-0 Westmount. And that is Davis Cooper stock into the goal for Westmount. And the Wings have up the lead to 3 with 4 minutes remaining in period 1. Lex Markwe couldn't further it along. There's a shot blocked. Martin Stacy tried to skip it. Ronan Daibo bangs it off the boards. But that's the Howie. Ronan Daibo furthering it along, but the Wings intercept. Baudouin got it out to center. Cross. Plays a little back and forth with his defender, Stacy. And the return feed is not where it was supposed to go, and James Stacy dives back into the play, making the block. Good play by 91. Baudouin holding. Baudouin driving. Baudouin behind the net. Centers it out. Good shot. And they score! And that puck finds a hole through the defense. And Westmount goes up 4-0. I don't have a name for number 36, sorry. I believe that's a call-up. And the Wings, with 2:30 to go, are in total control here, despite only having 8 skaters. Behind your duck with Norton. Riley 2X. Giving back to Norton. Behind your Aqua. Skips it over. Shot by Norton, knocked away. A rebound. Azif holding the post, and she's got it. 2:03 remaining here in the first, and the Wings leading Kahnawake 4-0. We'll be live, assuming there's the connection, reliable connection at that arena in LaSalle tomorrow. Mohawks and the Verdun Leafs. That'll be an 8:30 start. There's a shot tipped wide. Behind your duck with Norton. Trying to get it down deep. And that hops through the paint, comes back out to the near side corner. 2X muscles his man off the puck. Riley 2X threw it out in front, and that one was picked. Back on the Wings. Broke it up. Shot, blocked. Lazar up the wall, and that'll be tipped in by Riley 2X, icing wave. And we're down to the last 70 here in this opening period. Westmount 4, Kahnawake no score. Shot in. James Stacy. Up the ice. And here's Dahanyeta Howie Mayo Nolan walking right in, and that shot hits a stick, goes out of play. 46.5 remaining in the first. Face off to Azif's right. And that's about the first thing the Wings have done wrong in this entire game, was get a late change. They only have 8 skaters that have taken it to the Mohawks so far. James Stacy, a wrist shot, hits a leg. Comes back out. Rowan Kirby. Rowan Daibo. Dahanyeta Howie Mayo Nolan. Rowan Kirby. Back to Rowan Daibo. He shoots. And that's not on. 25 seconds remaining. Baudouin ties up his man. And back on the Wings. Saucer pass across. Intercepted by Stacy. Banged off the boards. Rowan Kirby shoots it. Steered aside. Down to the last 4 here in this first period. Stacy can't get a shot away, and that'll do it. A very good opening 15 minutes for the visitors as Westmount This second period is starting on Baby Blue Memories with the Mohawks being short-handed. And now Daytona Lazar trying to rally up the troops. He went wide trying to, I guess, intercept the pass from Azif and got in the way of the Westmount keeper. Wings on the power play. This penalty kill brought to you by Goodleaf's Auto. Likes Markley with the steal, and he'll get rid of the puck. Azif stops it. And now the Wings will reset. Brought in Cooper Stock. Mohawks intercept. And that'll be shot out by Daytona Lazar. Azif stops it behind their own net. Martin Stacy, by the way, got the penalty at the end of that first period. Mohawks 1 for 1 on the Goodleaf's Auto penalty kill. Cooper Stock gets a shot away, blocked by Sagonigordawi's Daibo. Picked back up by the Wings. Goes away. Back to the blue line. One-timer, shot blocked. Noah Norton Jr. gets rid of it, but not out. Held in by Bodeway. Bodeway, saucer passes it over to the far side. Picked up. Comes back over. Shot. Save made by White as he got a piece of it with his shoulder. And the Mohawks clear it out of his own. Azif stops it and plays it into the corner. Norton applying the pressure on Bodeway, but the defender for Westmount was able to get the pass up. Too far. This pass a little far. Held in by Bodeway, and he'll get it back behind the Mohawks net. Sagonigordawi's penalty is over. Kahnawake 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. Now sent out in front. Comes back to the blue line. Sent over to the opposite side. There's a wrist shot. Pad save. Rebound bank off the boards and out. Azif will play it. Icing wave. And back come the Wings. Dropped back. Some room and a shot. And that hit the butt end of the stick of White. He got a piece of it. James Stacy. Patterson threw it out in front. Dehainerdukwa Norton on the steal. Radetza Howie cross. Saucer pass intercepted. Norton. Behind his own net. Dehainerdukwa Norton. Radetza Howie cross. Gets in. Shot. Azif the save. And she will cover it. 4-0 Westmount. 11:44 to go in this second period of play. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be live, I believe, at 7:30. Or, sorry, 8:30. Against the Verdun Leafs. Sagonigordawi's. Martin Stacy. Lex Markley. And it comes back out of the zone. Not far enough for icing, so Kahnawake will have to restart. 11 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Sagonigordawi's breaking in. Bumps his man off the puck, threw it out in front. We got a penalty coming out to the Wings. And Kahnawake will get a power play. That is all. Daibo working hard. Well, this is the thing. The Wings stopped skating, and that is the problem here. Sagonigordawi's is the only one skating to the puck with full determination. He wanted that puck. And as a result, Damien Ravnoir is going to go to the sin bin. 11:04 to go in the second. Power play time for the Mohawks. This power play is brought to you by Goodleaf's Auto. Trying to get your battery started. New battery, $69.99 when you trade in your old one. At Goodleaf's Auto, as the Wings shoot it down off of the face-off shot, which was taken by the aforementioned Southern Nicaragua sniper, who's got the puck now. Right up the center. That one tipped in by Rowan Kirby. Azif plays it back, both away. Ronan Daibo, it skips on him and it'll get out. Southern Nicaragua. He's hit by Boldway and a penalty coming up to the wings. And Ronan Daibo is going to get a penalty as well for slashing. So what would be a 5-on-3 instead, I believe, might still be 5-on-4. Incidental minors don't become 4-on-3s. I think it's just going to be a 5-on-4. 10:28 to go. Back at the sports complex, second period of play. Kahnawake trailing 4-0. There's 10:28 to go. We've just had 2 minor penalties taken, one by each team. And I believe it's still a power play for the Mohawks. 2 wings in the box, 1 Mohawk in the box, and I believe this will be a power play 5-on-4 now for the Mohawks. So the wings have 2 players on the bench right now. 2 of them in the penalty box, 4 of them on the ice. Stacy gets it deep. Kirby. Oh. Kick back. Cooper Stock has it for the wings. Made the play off the back of the net, and that'll be chipped out. Kirby. Shot in. Chipped off the wall. Puck comes out in front and it deflects to the point. Shot right on, and Azif had to be sharp as there's no way she was able to pick that up until the very end with all that traffic in front. Mayo Nolan, and that's turned aside. 18 seconds left in the Mohawks power play. 4 shots on it. They've gotten some opportunities here. They had one pretty decent opportunity while the rest of the shots on net came in close proximity. Or, sorry, a far range. Face off to the right of Azif. Face off controlled by the Mohawks. Norton across Stacy, one-timer, and that lobs behind the net. Hit a body on the way through. Norton scoops it up. Trying to tuck it in, and that shot hit Azif. Stacy held it in. Good work by 91 in black. Stacy slams it in back around the horn. That'll get out. Stacy. Norton. Onside. Tuax, a shot. No. Backhanded. Azif caught it. And we got a slashing call coming up on Riley Tuax. Have to kill off the penalty. This penalty kill brought to you by Goodleaf's Auto on Route 138. Family owned and operated since 1959. 3 generations. Face off to the left of the Mohawks cage, and that's driven off of the derriere of a Grabdoir. Markwee couldn't clear it. Sent across. And that one deflects out behind your knuckle. Norton. It's cleared out to center. And an offside called against the Wings. Face-off will actually come outside the Westmount area. Martin Stacy. Pins. All the way. Oh, that's... These two guys are tied up with each other. Looked like a WWE match happening there in the corner. Grave Noir. Played back to the blue line, not out. Grave Noir, Baudouin, a shot! Steered aside. Puck bouncing. Kahnawake always gets by Baudouin and down the ice. Boy, Curtis Dibo really giving it to one of the officials down there. Martin Stacy. Kahnawake always fanned on the clearing attempt. A second one comes in on Azif. And then we got some matching slashes and hacks between Baudouin and Dibo. It's getting a little chippy out there now. 30 seconds left to go in the Westmount Power. Sent over, and that'll be sent out by the Mohawks. Well, you had to ask yourself, was Westmount going to start tiring out a little bit, considering they only have 8 skaters? An hour and a half long game. Back out. Shot. Block. Rebound. Backhander off the outside of the net. Penalty is over. Pass across too far. Icing. 6:31 to go. Period number 2. Got an unsportsmanlike penalty called against the bench. All right, Curtis Dibo was not happy about that wraparound in the opposite corner. Here to the right of the Westmount gate. And Markwee will go to the sin bin, so it's a penalty bench minor, and that means it's time for a Goodleaf auto penalty kill. Baudouin shot, no. And that'll be driven down the ice. Right on! No! Got caught up in the equipment of Azif. Back on the wings. Back over to the near side. 1:25 to go. Stacy battling Patterson. Or sorry, that was Dufar. 75. Played back behind the net. Dufar out in front. Patterson turning, shooting, and that's stuffed out by Cam White. Baudouin gathers it. He shoots. White the save and a rebound. He's got it. Stacy just got knocked down, it looked like, by the official. Is he getting a penalty for that? He just got knocked down by the official. It was inadvertent. Like, I don't think there was anything malicious behind it, but so 5-on-3 for the Wings. And that'll be airlifted up. Now Westmount brings it back in. Shot saved made by White. A rebound cleared out of the zone. Easy. Now the Wings have a chance. Good play by Ronan Daibo, and that'll be shut up by Donnie Howie Mayo Nolan, who's had a very good night killing penalties. 25 seconds left in the 5-on-3 as the Wings bring it back in, setting up on the PP, sent over to the far side. Logs gathered up in a triangle. There's a shot, not on. Five seconds left to go, 5-on-3. One-timer, that shatters a stick. A rebound. Oh, what a save by Cam. And the Mohawks are now 4 for 4 killing penalties. Penalty coming up. Ronan Daibo is going to the box. That's a 4-minute double minor. Seconds left in the 5-on-3. Ronan Daibo got a double minor penalty. It's 5-on-3 now. Pass in front, not there. 4:14 remaining in the second. Sent across, one-timer. Saved by Cam. And the Mohawks bank one, not out. Cooperstock sends it over. And that'll be air-mailed out by Lex Marquis. Five seconds left in the 5-on-3. Marquis on the fence. Comes back over to the near side. There's a wrist shot. Blocker save made. A rebound. Stacy out of the box. He's out there as a forward. He was tangled with one of the Wings. Another penalty on Kahnawake. We're going to get matching minors, though, it looks like. Personally, I'd say just let them both play, but, you know, that's just me. 3:19 to go. We got to settle some things here. We'll be right back. All right, so 3 left in a double minor penalty. And Noah Norton Jr. fanned on it. Puck got out. Kind of what you want to do when you're on the penalty kill, even though Noah would have liked to have gotten it further down. Here's a wrist shot, not on. Good slide by Stacy, Martin Stacy Jr. Comes back over, wrist shot, no. Back around, and that will make its way out to center ice, and the Wings got to tag up. Well, casual spinorama and a wrister. Save made. And another penalty coming up. And we got matching minors coming up. All right, that penalty box is starting to look like the club to the VIP, the lineup to the VIP club. Scorekeeper Neil Daibo getting a workout tonight. All the penalties that have been called in this game. And we still got 2:27 left in the second period. Mohawks have gotten the extra 2. Westmount has 2 skaters in the box, 5 skaters on the ice, 1 on the bench. The Mohawks have 4 skaters in the box, 3 skaters on the ice, and let's see, 5 on the bench. And Westmount has 1 coach on the bench and 1 guy on the bench. Like, this is unbelievable. And there's still 2:27 left to go in the second period, folks. This is incredible. And the Mohawks get rid of the puck. So there's a full 5-on-3 essentially for Westmount, 1:50 left on it. I can't keep track of who's who. I just know Ronan Daibo's penalty is 140 right now. And White will eat it. .128 left to go here in the second. Whoa, look out! That went up way behind the bench, way behind the penalty box, and landed in the seat next to one of the fans. Minute 23 remaining in the second. Or sorry, in the first penalty. 1:51 remaining in the period. Scoring attempt hit a body. A second try by Norton. Comes back to the blue line. And the Wings set up. Poked out of there. Martin Stacy. Flying pressure. Last minute of play in the 5-on-3. Baudouin. Surveys. Saucer passes it over. There's a wrister. Not on. Baudouin. And it gets by him. James Stacy came out. What just happened? Nobody should have gotten out. Oh my goodness. Would this be another penalty up on the board? A minute 12 remaining in the second. This game brought to you by Goodleaf's Auto. If you want to hear the breakdown for the Wings right now, they got 4 goals. They have 2 players in the box, 5 skaters on the ice, and 1 player on the bench. And that 1 player has been on the bench by himself for a while. That might have been a scorekeeper issue or somebody else saying, hey, you got to get out there. Hugo Bonifant. By himself on the bench. No penalty here. Just a little miscommunication. Brought in by the Wings. Then over. There's a shot. Pad saved by White. A rebound. Slapped away by Stacy Jr. 17 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3. 42 seconds left to go in the period. There's a wrister. Cam's got it. No rebound. And now, Stacy has been relieved from the penalty box. James Stacy, he'll go to the bench. I know Ronan Daibo is the next one to get out. .11 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Chipped off the boards and out. Daibo's out, and 1 more is out. We're back to 5-on-5. 20 seconds ago, the Mohawks amazingly killed off all those penalties. They are 7 for 7 killing penalties tonight. .3 left in the second period of play. Trying to clear it out. 10 seconds to go in the period. There's a wrist shot. Deflected on, and that forces Cam White to be sharp. He plays it back. And that is cleared back out to center ice, and that'll do it for the second. 4-0 Westmount leading after 2. Welcome back to the Plex. Third period starting off, and of course we're starting things off with discussion at the scorekeeper's box. I think they're trying to figure out when exactly can Sago-Niigataois come out of the box. We're at full strength here, 5-on-5. And we got some interference, I think. No, it's a hook. Called against Westmount. And that'll lead to a Mohawks power play. Oop, sorry about that, folks. Third power play of the game coming up for the Mohawks. This power play is brought to you by Goodleaf Auto and their brand new battery for $69.99. Trade in an old one, get a new one. $69.99 only at Goodleaf's Auto on Route 138 in Kahnawake. Shot out of the board, off the boards and out to center ice. Noah Norton Jr. Rowan Kirby. Kirby. Crosses it over. Ronan Divo tries to throw down in front. Bumped off the puck, tried to play it there, and we got a penalty coming up to the Mohawks. I don't know which one. I know one of them took a Westmount player down. And it is Ronan Divo who's going to the sit bin. That'll do it for the power play, and it'll be 4-on-4. Cross-checking the call. Noir. No, chips it off the wall. Slapped by Daytona Lazar. Tuax gets it back and he'll shoot it up to the point. Held in by Baudouin and a shot that caroms wide. Noah Norton Jr. up the boards. Backhander! Has it! And some pushing and shoving after the fact. So, some more discussion necessary here. 13:37 left. Westmount by 4. So Westmount has 3 players in the box. It'll be 4-on-3. The Wings get the extra 2. Pretty even even distribution amongst Westmount players on the right now. There'll be 3 in the box, 3 on the ice, 2 on the bench. Those penalty box spaces are getting tight right now. I'll say that much. Should be 4 on 3, no? Yeah. Well, Kahnawake goes back to work on a power play. This power play brought to you by Goodleaf Auto. And trade in your old battery, get a new one for $69.99. Check out Goodleaf Auto on Route 138. Whoa! Look out! What is going on? Here comes Daytona Lazar. Daytona, a backhander up in the air. Truax finds it. 18 to go in the power play. Shoots. Azif makes the save. Mohawks for the next 16 seconds. And the Wings shoot it out. Cam White. Noah Norton. Penalty is over. We're now at 4 on 4. Pass across, score! And yet the Howie Mayo Nolan, it's a 4 on 4 goal. Mohawks on the board. Kahnawake has scored, and they've cut the lead down to 4-1. There's a bit of time left here. I know what you're going to say. It's 12 minutes left to go. Still got time left. Especially considering it's 17 seconds, you will have a power play. Stacy. Sago Nigardawis. Taken away, intercepted, and the Mohawks still have possession, and it's swept back in. Down yet the Howie by himself, and now he's got some support coming in from Lazar. 24 seconds left in the power play, and Azif has the puck, and she'll hold on. Kahnawake on a power play. 0-for-3 on the night. This power play brought to you by Goodleaf's Auto and their battery exchange policy. Check them out at Goodleaf's Auto on Route 138. Trade in an old battery, get a new one for just $69.99. Kahnawake wanted to make an exchange, but could not. One towards Azif, and she has it. So Mayo Nolan out there alongside Daytona Lazar, and right up to Howie Cross. James Stacy on the back end with Sago Nigardawis Thaibo. And the Wings carry one up. Broken up. Cross slaps it over. Well, that's a Howie cross. He shoots Azip to save a rebound. A backhander hit a body. Penalty is over. And the Wings wing it off the boards and it gets by. Will it roll down? Cooperstop did not get there in time. Just came out of the box. .11:30 to go. The score is 4-1 Westmount. Puck hops on two players, and it's tipped back out to center. Here come the Wings. Good play by Noah Norton Jr. to break it up. They tried to feed it. Kirby. Ronan Daibo. And his pass is picked off behind the net. Swept out in front. And a shot is blocked by Kirby. Kahnawake Norton gathers it. And he comes over center. Into Westmount territory. Norton trying to get by. Kirby follows it. Stacy can't poke it away. Stacy trying to get that loose puck, but the Wings are on it. And they bank it up. Held in. Kirby with some room, and he's tied up by three Wings. Westmount getting a little lackadaisical in their own zone. Norton. Kahnawake Norton kept it in. Here he comes. Norton surveys. Norton shoots, and that missed. Ronan Daibo chips one towards the net. Azif can't get it. What is going on? I hear a lot of people that are tripping. There's a lot of chatter going on in the peanut gallery. Ronan Daibo coming back. Daibo drops it. Marquis. Sagonigarawas kept it alive. He's got room. He'll fire off of a shin. Stacy, Saucer passes it over. Norton on the backhand. Lets it go. Azif has the puck, and she'll hang on. And now Baudouin out of the box. 4-1 our score. Faced off won by the Wings. And they come back out over center. Patterson shoots it in. Patterson got it back. Played back to the blue line. Rolled away. And now Lazar coming back. Daytona Lazar crosses, turns, shoots, and that's blocked. Azif went for it. And the puck was knocked away by a defenseman. And now Tuash with the steal. Pins. And back on the Wings. A wrist shot. That skips off of the leg and out of play. Mohawks win the draw. Sagonigarawas. That goes over the top of Baudouin. Face off to the left of the Mohawks cage. Sagonigarawas. But that's a Howie cross. Cross. Has it knocked away? We got a whistle. And a hooking call has been made. Or it's a cross check, sorry. On the wings. So, Kahnawake will go to work on a power play. We've got under 5 minutes running time left because this game will end at 8:55 p.m. The big clock says 8:50. So obviously the Mohawks would have to go rapid fire 3 times in a row to tie this baby up. But they got a chance on this power play, which is brought to you by Goodleaf Auto and the Battery Exchange. Trade your old battery for a new one for just $69.99. Check out Goodleaf Auto as that battery power tries to work its way into this game. Mohawks 0 for 5 on the PP tonight. The only goal they scored was that 4-on-4. The penalty for the power play just expired. That'll be a penalty for a tripping. That'll make it 4-on-4 for the next minute 45. Well, the power play is ended in 15 seconds and not the way you want it to end if you're the Mohawks. Obviously, the way you'd want it to end would be because of a goal that was scored on it. Instead, we're now playing 4-on-4. Icing. Running time minutes left here. Mohawks win the draw. Patterson. Morton. Here's a look and a shot. Big save by White. A rebound score. That'll make it 5-1. Kirby with the takeaway. Kahnawake. 35 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Wings bring it in. Goodleaf. Sends it over. Goodleaf, a shot. Save made. Westmount on a very brief power play here. Only kill brought to you by Goodleaf Auto that has 3 seconds left on it. Kahnawake Norton. And we're back to full strength. Norton pass across and yet the Howie Mayo Nolan is in. He just got out of the box. And it's played out by Goodleaf. Sticked away. Played over and a shot. Big save by White. He got a piece of it with the shoulder. Well, your final score here at the sports complex, the Westmount Wings 5, the Kahnawake Mohawks 1. Take care.